Hello and welcome to PCHtv.
I'm Vernon Hines.
And I'm still Matthew Stephen Greenbaum.
On this episode of PCHtv, we travel deep into the rituals of varsity cheerleading and spotlight on junior Samantha Zucker.
But first, sports!
Here's looking at boys swimming, girls cross country, and softball.
The swim team is coming off of a second-place finish at last year's state tournament, and this year they find themselves with a new head coach in Mr. Jeff Spector. PCHtv talked to junior Kirk Randolph to get the inside scoop on this year's swim team.
Well, last year we didn't have a coach that was pushing us as much, and now that he's gone, we have a coach he's been coaching for almost 30 years, so now we have a coach that's really into working us and he wants us to do our best, so my times have already improved.
Although they lost some of their best seniors from last year, they still believe that they compete with the other schools.
We're not going to be as good because we lost Nick Orff and Brandon Weissman, they both were like top in state, so that'll be worse, but we still have Zach Rogers and Riley Brown, and they're really good. But next year we're going to be really bad once they're gone, so we got to make every chance count this year.
After losing most of last year's senior leadership, there has been no absence of new leaders emerging this year as team captains.
Natsu Gavin, actually, he was really quiet his sophomore year and didn't really talk to anybody, and now he's like the loudest one on the team, and he's a captain, so that's pretty cool, and he's really good.
Yeah. Anyone else? Is that?
I mean, the new captains, I guess.
Okay.
But
who are all the new captains? How are they?
It's we all voted on at the beginning of the season, which is new. Usually our coach would just like tell them who's the captain, but Spector let us vote on this year, and we voted for Riley Brown, Zach Rogers, Matt Walter, and Natsu.
Right.
For PCHtv, this has been Grand Alley saying, stay fresh, Parkway Central.
Girls cross country is on the final leg of their season, but how was the start?
It's been really good. I think the team has bonded a lot more closely this year, and our captains are awesome, so that helps.
As a captain, what are your duties?
Well, we lead like the warm-ups and the stretching and stuff, and we just generally try to motivate the girls.
Why do you run cross country?
Every year my mom said, "You should try it," and I was like, "Nope, it's gonna suck. I don't want to do it." And she made me. She was like, "You're gonna like it. You just gotta try it," and I did. And so I've been running since sophomore year.
While some people are forced to run, others do it by choice.
My friends were doing it, so I decided to tag along.
The team ran at Jefferson Barracks on September 28th.
I did run faster than the week before that, so that's the important thing, basically. It was a tough course. It's not very well taken care of. There were lots of holes. There were a lot of hills.
This is something teammates can agree on.
It was really challenging. There were a lot of hills. It wasn't that great.
Any other thoughts on girls cross country?
It's really fun and awesome, and I love all my girls.
Girls cross country placed 9th at the Parker West Invitational on October the 5th, and will race again at conference on October the 12th. For PCHtv, this is Brendan Hines.
This year, girls softball has faced some challenges.
Pretty young team this year, with a lot of sophomores and freshmen because we lost a lot of seniors last year. And we have a new coach, so it was a little shaky at the beginning, but we all learned that we need to work as a team and just move forward as fast as possible, which we have.
With softball being a team sport, no one person leads the team.
We all work as a team, so you only play as well as your team plays. So we all pick each other up and help each other play better.
Team members agree that they have come a long way.
I think we've improved a lot from the beginning, and we're really starting to hold our own against people and do the best that we can.
This includes their game against Summit.
We played really well our game against Summit, even though the score might not have showed that we played well. We did. Summit's a really good team, and we held our own against them for a while. We even scored a decent amount of runs against them.
Despite the loss, the girls felt the score didn't reflect on how they played.
We never gave up. We put our best effort forward, and we really improved.
The varsity softball team finished up its season with a loss in districts to Francis House Central, with the final score of 6-5. For PCHtv, I'm Piper Rother.
Those girls sure know how to play hardball.
Really, Matthew?
Moving on. It's now time for Man on the Street.
Jack Galifianakis and Rebel Johnson.
Ellen DeGeneres and Liam Neeson.
Probably be Morgan Freeman and Beyonce.
Mila Kunis and Neil Patrick Harris.
I would only want Bob Saget.
Zachary Levi and Yvonne Strahovski.
Beyonce.
I kind of want Batman.
Ellen and Portia.
Angelina Jolie.
Who would you choose, Brendan?
Probably choose Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. things will start looking up for me.
You mean North?
Speaking of Parkway North, Parkway Central recently defeated Parkway North in football last Friday.
But the unsung heroes of the game were the members of the cheer squad.
While fans cheer on the football team on Friday night, few stop to think about where the banner originates. According to senior cheerleaders Emily Novak and Lindsay Barris, the process is quite intricate.
First, we get the paper and we lay 3 pieces of paper out and tape them down. And then secondly, we come up with an idea, so we try to come up with something clever that goes with their mascot or their team name, and maybe make something that rhymes or an alliteration, and then one of us draws it out and comes up with a picture.
While many teams in the area run through tunnels or reusable Velcro banners, the cheerleaders continue to paint a paper banner each week, a challenge that the girls are excited to take on.
I think it's more personal, and every week it changes because some schools have the same one each week, and we change it up depending on who we're playing.
And it's also just a nice tradition to pass along to the next future Colts and everything.
While the slogan on the banner changes from week to week, the result is always the same.
It's really sad when it gets ruined or like run through.
Yeah.
Because we see all our hard work, but we know it's going to happen in the end.
Watching the players run through the banner is a double-edged sword.
It's fun to watch them run through it and like rip the paper. It's the best part.
Senior quarterback Zach Lazenby looks forward to running through the banner each week.
I'm always excited to see what the banner is each week because I know they come up with some, like I said, some catchy thing. But we just really appreciate what the cheerleaders do because I know they take time out of their day to make the banner. And it's just an awesome thing that it's great.
For PCHtv, I'm Nathan Colker.
I really want to run through a banner.
Then join the football team.
I think I'm going to stick to theater.
The fall play is nearly upon us.
And all of the actors in it are phenomenal.
Stop flattering yourself. This play features new challenges for actors to overcome.
The lead role for this year's fall play, Samantha Zucker, has made many preparations to fit her role.
The play is about a blind woman who lives, a recently blinded woman who lives in New York with her husband, and there's 3 con men who are trying to get a doll that is filled with heroin, and the doll kind of ends up in her and her husband's possession, and it's about them tricking her and trying to get it away, and there are definitely some intense moments, so it is a psychological thriller.
In Wait Until Dark, Zucker plays the role of a blind woman.
In Wait Until Dark, I'm playing a blind character. Her name is Susie Hendricks, and she's in her late 20s, and she lives in New York.
In order to prepare for her role, she spent some time at a blind school to portray her role of a blind woman.
It was actually a really eye-opening experience. I learned a lot. Probably the biggest thing I took away from it was the woman that I met who was actually blind, and kind of hearing her story and her struggles, and it helped me definitely tap into my character a lot better.
Her co-actors Jake Blonstein and Austin Salinger have excellent things to say about her.
It's great having someone like Tammy to work with because I've worked with her a few times on some shows. One of my first main stage shows here, she was my stage wife, so we've got some, history back there. We know each other pretty well, and she does a great job of it.
Salinger agrees.
Pretty hard. She's got a ton of lines to memorize. But she's pretty smart, so it's not too hard for her.
The play opens October 24th and goes through the 26th.
That's all for this episode of PCH TV.
I'm Brendan Hines.
And I'm not.
Have a good one, Parker Central.
But only one.